My presentation was on the book Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. The reason I'm wearing this outfit today is because this book is about the Nigerian Igbo culture, which I'm from, in the past. So I was able to learn and delve deeper more into my heritage and stuff, and see how people did things in the past, and that was cool to me. But the main character of the story is Okonkwo, and he's like a young guy in the village. He's like younger, but he's still very popular because he won a wrestling match, which was very important to the village at the time. He was hardworking because he didn't want to be like his father, who was lazy and didn't get anything. And so he worked his way up in the community and was able to become a well-respected man. But Okonkwo was like a weird protagonist, kind of, because even though he was the main character of the story, he was very abusive. He had like 3 wives, and then the second wife, Aneke, something like that. He beat her a lot, and one time he even tried to shoot her. So that was a crazy event. But the story focuses on him and how he was getting through life. So basically, the conflict. There was the death of a person who was very old in the village, and age was an achievement. It meant you were getting closer to your ancestors. So when he died, they were all celebrating by shooting off guns. And Okonkwo, he shot off a gun, and a piece of metal shot out from the gun and then killed the boy in the crowd. Everyone knew it was an accident, but he was still sentenced to being banished from the village. He had to run away with his family to his motherland's village. So that was where his mother was born and stuff, and they accepted him. And yeah, but that was basically the conflict. I really liked the book because I was able to relate to it. It had a lot of stuff that if you read it, you probably wouldn't know, but since I'm from the culture, I was able to know the foods and stuff. I was able to understand what that was like. And just to see that they've had these things going on for so long, it was pretty cool to read about it in a book. But the end of the story, it was kind of sad to see what had happened, because most of the story for more than 3/4 of the book is about Okonkwo and his family, and just telling stories about that. And then the last 50 or so pages, it's about white people coming in. And so that has to do a big deal with the part of the changing of their cultures and stuff like that, because the white people are trying to Christianize them and change them to their beliefs. And I'm a Christian, so it was a weird part to read because they didn't want the change, but the white people were forcing it onto them. So that's pretty much my